Hello everyone, this is 3D Squad Workshop and today I will tell you how I did one very interesting item for sale – Ironman head-shaped memory card holder. The mechanism in product design immediately attracted me despite the fact that he promised obvious difficulties. The client sent me the ready model, but as usual I had to improve the construction during the making process. Making included the following steps: photopolymer 3D printing, washing, support removal, UV light polymerization, grinding off, dyeing and assembly. I suggest you to start watching and look at the stages of making this ingenious product with your own eyes. Despite the fact that the model was ready, its shape was quite complicated and included amount of parts. That's why everything starts with placing off the parts on the 3D printer table and the support forming. I used half auto support and half manual because the program didn't recognize all the overhanging elements and I had to help it a bit. But overall, I was satisfied with the result. The item includes quite a bit of parts, so we printed in 3 runs, making the base of monolithic photopolymer to make it heavyweight and steady. Just in case, we checked the layer by layer scheme. It seems like a tomography and helps us to find the overhanging elements. After removing the support, parts look like this, not very presentable but smooth enough on the front side. After purchasing small screws, the first fit was done. Parts were fit to each other not bad, despite the fact that some of them had to be modified. I undermined them with a Dremel, and everything began to work like a clock. Mechanism was turning, gears clung to each other, and it seemed spectacularly. Among other improvements, it was necessary to deepen the screws in the ear gears, because the screws simply didn't reach the holes. We completely disassemble the structure and prepare it for dyeing. For dyeing we need the primer, red metallic and a gold dye. Before the dyeing we have to remove dust and degrease the parts. Then we apply a primer in thin layers. There are nearly 3 layers needed to smooth the surface. It will create the light opaque background for the dye and will help it to lay down evenly. Moving on to colored paints, and our Iron Man gradually starts to be seemed like himself. For evenly dyeing we use the wire. It allows us to rotate the parts in any plane easily and doesn't leave any traces. I recommend you to use gloves and a respirator. As you can see, I didn't use the gloves and my hands became red, but I used the respirator to keep my lungs clear. As it turned out, during the intermediate assembly, some screws didn't fit into the holes. The holes was not enough deep. Therefore, I take a micro drill and drill these holes deeper. Now we start assembling. These little screws are real punishment. The person who ever repaired glasses understands me. The most terrible thing that you have to use nuts of the same size. Enjoy several seconds of my torment in accelerated video. I think it would relax you a little bit. As you could notice, the screws are not fit to holes. Therefore, they will not be screwed, they will be pasted in the holes with a glue. I think it would rather be more reliable. By the way, I pasted all nuts with the glue the same way to exclude unscrewing during the exploitation. So as not to overmatch with the glue, I used the syringe. Filling in carefully all the holes with the glue and putting in the screws. Well, and now finally it's time to look at the result. I want to say that I'm happy with the result. It looks spectacularly, works good and seems to be useful memory card holder. The most funny thing that I didn't have enough time to put a card in it and test how it holds. Let's look at the mechanism work. Moving like a clockwork, and I like it. If you like this video, sign up this channel, press like, ring a bell, sign up the Instagram, and if you want to order at 3D printed things in Russia or anywhere else, you are welcome to contact us. Russian website is www.3dsquad.ru.